Here we go. This question comes from username Cardiac Pack. Best podcast there is. I listen to Cover 3 on all my runs, and it helps grind out the miles. Mailbag question: what is the best year for high school recruiting?
Him and me both. By the way, Sunday mornings, that's my routine during the season. I listen to the recap show while I'm getting a little run in, get caught up on anything I missed. Love it.
My Sunday morning routine during the season is to sleep because I was up late doing the recap show.
Doing the recap, right?
You
don't go back and listen to your work stuff?
No.
Not on that one. No.
I've got a nomination. Do y'all have one that comes to mind?
Yes.
Is it 13?
No.
All right. Let me roll through 2013. These are names that were in the top 100 of the player rankings in 2013. Chris MFing Jones. Okay. Hall of Famer right off the top. Robert Kimdichie.
I got a good story on Chris Jones.
Okay. All right.
Not
Robert Kimdichie, not a Hall of Famer. But we also have Laramie Tunsil, Tre'Davious White, Jonathan Allen, Derrick Henry, Reuben Foster, Alex Collins, O.J. Howard, Ashawn Robinson. Geez, it's weird that Alabama team won a national championship. Laquan Treadwell, Von Bell, Kendall Fuller. Shout out to all 12 of the Fuller brothers. DeMarcus Walker, Jalen Ramsey, Adam Brenneman. Shout out to the Big Ten Network. Joey Bosa, Smoke Mizzell, Alvin Kamara, Zeke Elliott, and JT Barrett. Those are all names from the top 100 of the 2013 recruiting class.
Did you name
you also had
Hackenberg?
What?
Christian Hackenberg?
I did not mention Christian Hackenberg when I was pulling these names. That 2013 cycle is bananas.
Yeah, Jalen Smith.
Jalen Smith was an absolute beast for Notre Dame before he blew his knee in that bowl game.
Yep.
That's a really good one. I considered it. I think I could vote for it. I'm going to go 2018.
18. Are we talking about Trevor and Justin?
Trevor and Justin. Top? Yeah. Because the quality of the quarterbacks at the top, I think, are nuts. And then you scroll down a little more. So Xavier Thomas did never hit, but Micah Parsons, he did. Nick Petit-Frere, I believe, starts for the Titans. Amon-Ra St. Brown, pretty good player there. Pat Surtain's the best corner in the NFL right now. I think Tyson Campbell is probably still in the league. Jalen Green, Jamar Chase, Terrace Marshall, who ended up getting hurt. This goes for quite a while, actually. Overshown, Quay Walker, who's now on Green Bay, I think it is. There's a bunch of dudes. Yeah, there's a lot of guys here. I'm just looking for studs. Josh Jobe was pretty nasty at Bama for a while. I think how top heavy this is. Yeah, Panay Sewell. That's
a pretty good one.
Earlier, I was like, yeah, okay, he's probably a Hall of Famer if he stays healthy, right? Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
Down there at 64 in the composite. This is this is a nasty class.
Aiden Hutchinson. So the Lions, two of the Lions' best players, three of the Lions. Amon-Ra St. Brown. What?
The Detroit Lions were born in the 2018 recruiting class.
2018 recruiting class has led Detroit Lions to all of this success right now. So Waddle came to
do you know who else in here?
Huh? Who?
Tyler Shuck.
Yeah. Hey, you know who's gonna? We know where he's going now. Everybody put Tyler Shuck to the Lions in your mocks.
Exactly.
Fourth round pick, Tyler Shuck, Detroit, backing up Jared Goff.
So that means Waddle in 18 means that it was the 17 class that had Judy, Ruggs, and Devonta Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And Tua, and Leatherwood, and Najee Harris. Those are just Alabama players, not even looking at the rest of that crew.
Walker Little, Jalen Phillips, who was a complete beast, and
Jalen Phillips was a complete beast once he got settled.
Yes.
He had to go on this walkabout.
For him to go through all that stuff and still make the league and play well is insane. Is Epineza still in the league?
Yeah, he's in Buffalo.
Chase Young. Doesn't suck. Trey Smith's one of the best guards in football.
Getting paid like it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's
a good one too.
Any what are other Any other classes that would rival this?
What year was Clowney? Was that 08?
11. I'm looking at it right here.
Okay.
Clowney. It's not the best. Jeff Driscoll was the 13th best player in the class. Nick O'Leary, Florida State. Jarvis Landry, LSU. Clinton Dix.
It was like a better college
Braxton
class
Miller.
than NFL class, that's for sure.
Sammy Watkins was pretty good.
Yeah. He was really good.
Clinton Dix, as you said.
11 was my first, because
Devontae
10 was our
Freeman,
first season with
Melvin
CBS. I
Gordon,
think 11
Odell.
was my first signing day for CBS. We started in August.
The top of that 2011 class had some misses as far as NFL success is concerned, but once you start getting to the 50s, you've got Devontae Freeman, Melvin Gordon, Odell Beckham Jr. So it's like once you get down in there, there's some pretty decent guys.
Johnny Manziel was 2011 class. Marcus Mariota.
Those are good ones.
Jacoby Brissett was in that class.
Yep.
He's still in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know who else is in the league too that just got traded today? Joe Milton.
Who do you get traded to?
To the Cowboys.
Dallas.
Just a whole lot of NFL bros writing words on Joe Milton these days. Just like, guys, come on.
Danny, can we get you on to talk about Joe Milton and the Cowboys?
Yeah, right. Breaking news.
If the other three AFC East teams just banded together and like, all right, we'll share like a $5 million Joe Milton contract, and he'll be our practice squad guy, every week that we play Buffalo, just so we can simulate the arm strength.
Which is hard to do. But
that's what I'm saying. Like who has Josh Allen's arm like in the league? There's not that many guys who really rip it like that.
Yeah, we are just guys naming dudes. That's kind of what happens when you ask for the best recruiting class.
Did you guys see that the college football leaders are meeting in Dallas today?
The college football playoff leaders?
Heather Dinich said a couple hours ago, multiple sources indicated there's strong support to move to a straight seeding model this fall, while continuing to include the 5 highest ranked conference champs. There are some, though, who want to tie that discussion into 2026, as the commissioners are expected to have more substantive talks about the format in 26 and beyond. How that conversation unfolds will determine if they can reach the unanimity required and if that happens today. So it's pretty much what we thought, is they're using the leverage of the future playoff model to try to get unanimous vote for the 25 season to get the seeding where it makes sense, as opposed to what we saw last year.
I'm going to say this in like the least jerk way possible. Heather could have, if she knew the date of the meeting, she could have pre-written that like months ago. Like this has been the talk the entire time, right? Like, will this happen this year? I don't know. How much will they extract from future? Like,
the only news is if they actually make a decision today or this weekend, or however long this meeting goes.
Can I suggest a class here, by the way?
I've got one from the tailgate that they offered too. So go ahead.
2024.
Oh.
So I think the guy at the top is already probably a hit, right?
Jeremiah,
yeah. Like he'd be. Are there any teams that Jeremiah would be a 1-4 in the NFL right now? Because I think there's probably a couple.
Ryan Wilson said Jeremiah would be the number 1 pick in the 2025 NFL draft if he was available.
Easily. Yes. Would you rather have a 19-year-old Jeremiah or like a 23-year-old Cam Ward? Come on. And I think there's an argument for Cam because it's a quarterback position, but like that's pretty valuable to have.
Would you rather have Jeremiah or Travis Hunter? Because I feel like that's not that dissimilar of a question, and Cam Ward's probably still going to be drafted ahead of Travis Hunter.
I would rather have Jeremiah. For NFL purposes, I think he has much more ability to get better. Just because of the age. Like there may be some more ceiling there. And Travis might too if he stops playing both ways. All right, so we go Jeremiah. Then we have Ellis Robinson at Georgia, who, we'll see how he turns out. DJ showed some real ability. Lagway. LJ McCray at Florida showed some pretty nice flashes. Cam Coleman, I think we could say that's probably already a hit there. Just like how big of a hit, but certainly a hit. Williams Winery, definitely a miss so far. I mean, probably on the bust track, but it's maybe a little too early to say that. Dylan Raiola, played a lot as a freshman. That's probably trending towards a hit. Ryan Williams, certainly trending towards a hit. Like Jordan Ross, we'll have to see there. Justin Williams at Georgia. Nobody's getting on the field at Georgia at linebacker right now because they have like 3 studs. So good luck. But like, I mean, Mbakwe at Bama, Jordan Seaton, who started all year for Colorado, Sammy Brown at Clemson, KJ Bolden at Georgia. I am just naming dudes here, but like all
Bryce
these
Young
dudes
at Notre
are
Dame.
playing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bryce Young.
Julian Sand could be a real dude. Dylan Stewart, who played awesome for South Carolina last year.
Luke
TJ
Kromenhoek
at Clemson. Like he might be something at Mississippi State. We'll see. Like there's a lot of real high upside guys who showed. Colin Simmons at Texas. Like we don't need that many of these guys to hit. We need some. We don't need that many of these guys to hit to be like, oh shoot, like this is a real class.
I still like the 2013 because I think you've got all of it. You've got incredible college careers, which we saw to completion. We've got incredible NFL careers, which some we've seen completed already. Some are still going, adding to their resumes. I think it's like you have to give it the test of time to see if 24, how many of them do pan out.
Yeah, the tailgate brought up 22. That would be Travis Hunter, Walter Nolan, Drew Aller, Malachi Starks, Michael Williams, Josh Connerly, Cade Klubnik, Luther Burden, Jahad Campbell, Nick Singleton. Again, I'm kind of on
underwhelmed.
I'm on an incomplete with 22 and 24. We gotta let this thing play out before I'm gonna say is one of the best of all time, especially when we've got some pretty high standards with like 13 and with 18 in terms of what they were able to accomplish over time.
Yeah, I need like a stronger 2, 3, 4 out of that class. Like Hunter is for sure a great one to have, but like the rest feel like they should be like 7, 8, 9, 10, and instead they're pushed up towards the top. At least
yeah, it's like what are you doing to challenge Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields? You're bringing Drew Aller and Cade Klubnik to the conversation.
Yeah.
One-time Penn State commit Justin Fields, is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, they had him. I thought they had him.
They did, and then he showed up to Orlando Elite 11. And I was like, oh, okay, this is like jumbo Russell Wilson. This is going to work.
Tom, Bud, can we hear the Chris Jones story?
Oh, yeah. So this is back before we had like a lot of camps. So Jones was 2013. So it would have been like the 2012. It would have been a senior year of high school. And we had seen Kim DJ a lot, but Jones was from like pretty rural Mississippi. I had never seen him before in person. And I really didn't know many guys who had either, but the huddle stuff was pretty crazy. And obviously Mississippi State and Ole Miss were losing their minds fighting over this guy. And then he showed up, and it was a real like holy to the Under Armour Orlando, not Orlando, but like the Under Armour game in Orlando. I remember him coming to practice. I was like, yeah, like, are we sure Kim DJ is like the number one dude here? Because this is like this Chris Jones guy, like, you guys seeing this stuff. That was pretty cool. He was very, very different even as a senior. And like maybe day one he had a little like adjustment period to going against elite guys, because like DJ played at Grayson in Georgia, and they play some good competition, whereas in Mississippi is kind of up and down at times, especially in the smaller areas. But by the end of day one, he was kicking everybody's ass.
I believe it. Man is just different out there.